Welcome to Transformations with Tara Sutphen. Tara Sutphen is the author of Blame It on Your Past Lives, Soul Agreements, and the Abenda Chronicles. Grammy-nominated audios, videos, and MP3 series. You can find these MP3 series now at tarainsight.com.
Welcome to Transformations with Tara. And I'm Tara Sutphen. And my guest today and co-host is Jason D. McKean. And he is the voice of over 1 million Om recordings throughout the world. And let's name them. Om Beats, Om Sanctuary, Eternal Om Eternity, 108 Sacred Oms,
Om Serenity,
Om Serenity,
Om Indigenous, Om,
yeah.
Om Shiva Shakti Namaha.
Yes.
And did we name Om Sanctuary?
Maybe not. Anyway, a lot of Oms.
Om
recording, and he has meditations also that are Om recording, so it's great.
That's right.
Thank you, Jason, for being on the show today.
Absolutely. Thank you, Tara. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. So we're going to light our inner fire, correct, today?
Yeah. Come on, baby. Light our inner fire.
Light an inner fire. I know. Didn't you love that song? Remember that song? Light my fire. But we need to reignite. And everybody needs to do that. You know, people have been telling me they're so exhausted, you know, just emotionally from years of lockdown. You know, and they're still stumbling, getting on their feet.
Yeah.
So it's like, come on, we can do it. We can do it.
Yeah. And, you know, what is it at this time that is a ritual or a ceremonial aspect of it? It's what?
Mm-hmm.
It's Beltane.
Well, oh, right. It's Beltane. Well, you know, Beltane, what better way to get back into our inner light and our soul fire by Beltane, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on. Beltane. Everybody knows what Beltane is. Beltane is a Celtic pagan holiday, but really it's the anniversary of the moon and the sun, and it's the light. It's a light. So it's in between spring and summer. We've hit the middle part. So that's all it is. But it is a time of celebrating that. And Beltane's a wild one. Yeah.
As far as like, you know, it is kind of a precursor to summer, isn't it? As far as like people are getting ready for summer, and that may be like some of the fire aspect of it too, is, you know, because you know, summer is traditionally more hot, you know, it's like we're right. And there's a preparation for the upcoming year to be fertile, right, and to you know, grow new things. And so it's really important to spark your own energy so that you can guide that fertility.
Mm-hmm. So in the olden days, they would choose a mate, like just choose. You would just choose a boyfriend, choose girlfriend, choose a groom, choose a bride. Anyway, and then you would then have them for the year, and then you could change out in a year if you like, oh, I need to change. Yeah.
How olden times is that? Was that like back in the 60s?
Olden times. Yeah, in the 60s.
Like the 1260s.
Now these days. Yeah. Yeah, no, and probably like the 1200s, but maybe even the 800s or the 300s. But hey, yeah, it was the time of choose a mate, choose somebody. Yeah, just don't be lollygagging. Choose someone, and if you already have a bride or groom, kiss them and have some fun, you know? So it's Beltane.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
is, you know, to the celebrations that I've been to and all, there's been a lot of dancing. There's the maypole, of course, where with the ribbons on it, and the ways of getting wrapped there in the ribbons. And what's that about?
Well, I think that's just for the kids and everything to have some, I mean, it's just beautiful.
Hmm.
It was just, it's just the dancing around the maypole.
Yeah, there's got to be some kind of like binding, you know, because like in,
Symbology, binding.
yeah,
Sure.
like in you know, weddings and all, when there's like a ribbon hand fasting or something like that, it's like there's you're bonding, you know, people together and all that. But if you're like um having people, because I've seen adults and all that who have been like bound into the maypole there, it's like I may look that up just to
Yeah.
clarify that, because it seems like it's a important part of the ritual,
Mhm.
you know. But
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I probably write about it, but maybe not, you know, and I have a Beltane article I will put out.
yeah,
Come here,
yeah,
Bentley's.
it's good.
Come here. Anyway.
Yeah, so
Oh, I have Sophia coming. But,
so with the bonfires and all that, do you celebrate it? Do you you know, light a bonfire in your backyard and, you know, dance
I
around it?
could. I could. I have a one of those ranch bonfires. So I could put him on my ranch bonfire.
Right, right. Yeah, excellent, excellent. So
Yeah,
how
sit out there
does
and hang out.
one light that fire within?
Well, you know, there's all different ways, but you know, basically I love meditation to relight the fire, because I think that people are so stressed out that, you know, you have to get out of your own way. And it's definitely getting out of your own way. So you come back into center and relax, you know, beam in the inside.
Yeah, and you know,
Oh, you beam on the outside, because, you know, that's practice. Go on, Jace.
the goal of meditation, right, is, you know, going within and doing some exploration, you know, like some examination of you know, what does spark you. And
Mhm.
you know, if we look at a direction, we can have our logical mind say, oh no, not doing that. Or it's like, well, how can I do that? How, you know, it can be a guidance within, where we either shut ourselves down or we give ourselves permission to move forward in a way.
Right.
And
Right. And that's it, you know, is to move forward. How do we move forward?
yeah, I mean, meditation can be a gentle way
It's a gentle tool.
to just be with it, right? To just look at it, not make up your mind either way, as far as like, especially with a direction, a spark, right? Like looking to to be able to move in a direction, and to, you know, not, you know, feel like you're doing too much all at once, where that can just add, you know, it's just a compounded like energy. It's like, oh my God, that's just going to be so difficult. So I don't even want to attempt it, you know, especially if someone is feeling weary anyway. If they're feeling like they're having a hard time just getting up the energy just to maneuver through their daily routine, it's like adding something else can feel like it's, you know, they're just going to exhaust themselves. So so being able to gently, you know, look at something and start with kindling. You know, when you build a fire, you have little pieces that start to add up to build, rather than just putting on the big logs right at the onset.
Right. I know.
So what
Yeah,
are
and it just is little ways, little ways, little ways to get into your zone, you know,
yeah
because it's tough. It is tough.
what kind of little are there any techniques, like, for those little things, as far as like um any
Well, it's
examples of?
joy. It's trying to, well, feel that you should rekindle a memory that you feel is a beautiful memory. And not that it turned out bad, you know, because you can remember someone, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, you know, I don't hang out with that person anymore or something, you know, or, you know,
Right.
some trauma happened in their life or your life. And it's like, no, just go back to a beautiful memory. And from there, you just go into the zone of memory, and then you just take the memory and you stay with the memory, and then you get back to your day, but you think of something joyful. I mean, it could be reading a book, could be really simple things, or it could be, you know, like going on a roller coaster or something, and it was exhilarating and kind of got you out of everything, out of your zone, you know, something that made you come out of your zone, you know, like a depression or a unhappiness about something.
Right. Well, with like a memory too, it's like, it can be just an event. It can be an afternoon maybe that you spend with someone, a conversation, um, a place that you go to. I make it a practice. If I go to a place that is, just kind of outside my normal, just range, and
Mhm.
I'll take a moment, like I'm taking this snow this soul snapshot.
Right.
Like I'll just be in that place and take this soul snapshot so that I can access that later for
Mhm.
other times, that are a little bit more trying. I can just like, and it's not that I'm escaping back into that place. It's like, Calgon, take me away. It's not kind of that moment. It's just
I
a,
like that though.
it's
You could have a Calgon bath. Why not? Come on. Calgon. Yeah, I don't know. I've never had a Calgon bath.
yeah, I haven't either, but it's that commercial, just kind of like, but it's not,
Epsom salt.
it's not where it's like you're just trying to just like, totally remove yourself, but you're empowering yourself again with a feeling of being, kind of, it's like recognizing your own uniqueness in as an
Mhm.
individual, as something that gives you a sense of beauty, of joy, of peace, uh, so that you can navigate, whatever it is that you're going through at that time. It's so you're not removing yourself, you're just adding a layer uh of strength, to you. So that's what that soul snapshot that does for me. But there's lots of ways of accessing moments that can you can see your value, and you can know that your path is unique, and that you have every right to claim your own inner fire and allow for that to fuel you in the directions that you choose to go in.
Yes. Love that. Yeah.
Yeah. So as far as like in the Celtic realm, because you have been to Ireland and Scotland and England and Wales, all these Celtic
Yeah,
places.
my big thing for many years was making sure I got to every Celtic circle, every dolmen stone in all those places.
Mhm.
Yeah, even going to the outer Hebrides to Callanish, and yeah, that was my big thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as far as, were you ever
Still is.
there at like a
I like the
Beltane?
Antiquities. No, I didn't practice at Beltane, no. Well, no, because the kids were in school. So, I usually was right. I'd go over for the Mind Body Spirit Festival, but did those for many, many years
Mhm.
in England and Australia. And so, so usually headed there into May, first part of June. Yeah. So just missed it. But I was asked many times. I don't know why I didn't, because it was like with Tim Weeder, everybody knows who Tim Weeder is. He's an amazing New Age musician, and, was with the Eurythmics at one time. Anyway, he's great. And he and I opened in Sydney. And we used to, I do a meditation, he'd play the flute. But he asked me if I wanted to go out, him and his girlfriend, out to, the circles and stuff a bunch of times. And it just didn't work out. It was hardcore work. Me working.
Oh yeah,
hard
yeah.
work.
No, it's
Yeah.
not always just like, oh yeah, I want to do that. I want to go there. It's
I can just run around the
sometimes-
country, but I love running around the country. But
Yeah.
I wish I'd run around the country a little more. Sometimes with groups. I did run around the country once with in Ireland when I did I did some Irish festival there, and that was fun. Going to Selena Banda, which is a resort. Gosh, it's cottages and it was a retreat center. Anyway, stuff like that. That was fun. Doing
Right.
Celtic Druid, sweat lodges, and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Hiking to Dolmen.
How is a Celtic sweat lodge different from a Native American sweat lodge?
Not too much different, although they call in more the Celtic spirits, and it's more the, it's just the whole tone that's happening with who's leading it, and I give a lot in those sweat lodges, I see a lot, so I contribute a lot to people's, yeah, because what happens in the sweat lodges, which I find very interesting. I haven't done one for a while, but you go in and, it's just blasted hot. You think, oh no, I'm not, I can't do this.
Sure.
And so you go in and you're, can you hear that?
Yeah, either someone wants in or out.
They want out. Anyway, so yeah, Bentley's getting old. Anyway, so yeah, he doesn't like any doors closed. He's very funny. Anyway, so in the Celtic sweat lodge, you're so hot at first, and you think, oh, I can't do this, but then you have dirt, because dirt's the best, because you're going to go down and you're going to breathe from the earth.
Mhm, mhm.
And it's the weirdest thing. It's the freshest breath that you've ever had, ever. It's the freshest. So it's just amazing. Yeah. It's just breathing in, and you just don't think, you think, oh no, I'm going to get dirt in my throat and my nose. And it's just, no, you just kind of clear it. You may, everything's usually kind of cleared away anyway. It's pretty packed, and it's just, you breathe into the earth, and it's just I know, sounds bad, but it's so amazing.
No, it sounds like that's how, for one, you survive in that
Yeah,
intense
you totally
heat.
survive, and it's just amazing. Well, and then you shift. What happens in a sweat lodge is you shift, and it's like going back into the womb, and it's the best feeling to be there. It's just you're in this, you're resonating back into that time, and it's just now he's on the outside and can't get in.
And you know, it's like you're talking about how, you know, someone may have an experience in there, but then they need to talk about it. They need to integrate it. Right. And so you're
Correct.
talking about how you can help people with their experiences, and to, you know, if there's any symbology, if there's anything that is, you know, that they're not understanding just right off, how you can help them weave that into their life, and to bring them awareness about, you know, their own being, their own path. I think that's an important aspect of not just connecting with our own spark, with our own fire, but where we're able to, you know, start to put some of the pieces together. And you know, it's like we're not always able to do that on our own. Sometimes we need someone else's viewpoint from it, you know, like a guide, you know, to help us integrate it, and to get maybe a bigger picture of it. So you know, with that in mind, do you how do you think that process works of like the guidance and the just helping someone kind of locate their spark, and to, you know, start to activate it?
Well, that's interesting, you know, because so many people are feeling like they don't belong. They're not on track yet.
Mhm.
Like, you know, they're fearful that the other shoe's going to drop. There's unrest, you know, and there's unrest in the world. We have that going on. So, and we always have some of that going on, but it seems to be a little more prevalent right now.
Mhm.
So, you know, it gives up people a lot of stress and a lot of that, you know, anxiety. So I think that the first thing is to quiet the mind. If you quiet the mind, you can quiet the body, you can quiet your spirit, you can get out of your own way. So quieting the mind, you know, we're into mind programming. Meditation is really good to really get yourself back on track. But the thing is that it's just to find a quiet spot, even if it's to drink some tea, or to, you know, read a book, read a magazine, you know, just do something simple. It's simple things.
Mhm.
It's not talking on the phone. It's not even resting to look at your social media. It's actually to be in the world, and to focus being in the world for a few minutes. And you know, they say like meditation, do 20 minutes of quietness. Well, I think that you could even do 20 minutes of just something quiet, and, you know, just to be alone with yourself for 20 minutes. And that's not letting your mind go round and round and round and think about things. That's about being peaceful, like resting your mind, resting your voice, resting your problems, resting your heart, resting your liver, resting where you need to go and what you need to do. It can all wait. And that's where, you know, you may be feeling like you're not on track because you took that 20 minutes to rest, but you just really need to rest and come back to yourself. And part of the resting is not just resting your body. And I think that's where we get tricked. It's resting your mind. It's resting your voice. You don't need to say a lot of things. You don't really need to have an opinion about a lot of things either. You know, we tend to overdo or over, and we're a huge society with the internet, and it's over communication. So we need to, you know, get back on track that way.
Yeah, I see a lot of
And
times. No, go ahead.
well, I want to say that, you know, science is a gift. I mean, you know, having our cell phones is a great gift, and we can't stay behind because we don't know the technology, but we do have to take rest from it. We need to take rest from life, you know, life's kind of chaos. So you just kind of come back into allowing that, and then you're more centered, and then you speak plainly, and you react easier to people and things because you're not in that frazzled anxiety state.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I was just gonna add, you know, it's like we can get on this hamster wheel inside of our own head, and that can be, you know, where we're looking to just figure something out, and you know, we can get kind of hooked into a lot of different problems, you know, a lot of different parts of either our own life or someone else's life or the world at large, and fixate on things. And you know, these things can be totally out of our realm of any control at all, but we can like be
Right.
locked into it, and it's just like, well, you know, how is this gonna play out? And you know, sometimes that's an escape too, like diving into things that are way beyond our capacity as an individual to do anything about.
Mhm.
You know, it's like solar flares. You know, it's like, oh my God, solar flares are coming for us. You know, it's like, what am I going to do? It's like, you're not going to do anything about that. You know, they're just going to happen.
Right. Right. No
um,
doing anything.
you know,
Right.
and but you know, for those, you know, anything that comes down to like the personal and all, it's like, absolutely, you know, do your part in what you can, but
Mhm.
self healing, you know, self-care is where, you know, you don't push yourself to the brink of exhaustion, panic, anything that you know, makes you like fly apart. You know, it is about, you know, you finding those ways to not self-medicate, but to, you know, have a healthy regimen, or those areas of self-care that you're looking at, you know, mind, body, spirit, your emotional being, and you're doing your part in being able to, you know, keep yourself in it for the long haul, to be able to sustain yourself for the long haul.
Mhm.
And you know, I think that's you know, like what we're talking about with like, you know, the fire within,
Mhm.
that's your fuel. You know, when you are passionate about something, that's fuel that is within you, and then you have an obligation to yourself to direct that that passion, to take that fuel, and when you light it, is to you know, put yourself in a certain direction.
Mhm.
And you know, how that all plays out, you know, that will, you know, you'll have some say in that. There will be other influences that have their say too, but you know, to recognize that direction, it is okay to, you know, ask the advice of, you know, a counselor, myself, Tara, you know, whoever it is that you trust in life, as far as using them as
Mhm.
a backboard, for, what it is that you're thinking. If there's, some things, it's like um, you may
Well,
feel
there's a
alone
lot of
on.
people, right. Well, a lot of times, we create our own reality. And so we have to make the right decisions for ourselves. And that's not being anxious about making those decisions. It's actually making, calm, realistic decisions.
Mhm.
And, there's a lot of like illusion that's on the internet. And there's been a lot of bullying to people everywhere in their real lives and in the internet, and the way that people say things and the way people take things. And that's all like, is that reality or is that just an illusion? Because the bottom line is how are you going to live your life, and how are you going to live with yourself each and every day, as far as like going forward easily and gently, So the thing is that you come back into knowing that you can sail your own ship, you can drive your own, personal life. So you don't overreact to things. You actually take a step back. If it's on the internet, take a step back from it. You need a rest from social media, take a step back from it, and only be positive when you are going out. But, you don't live through other people. You live through for yourself. And so we get back to ourselves. And where's our health? Where's our money? Where's our career? What do we want? Where would we like to go? And what do we want to do? It's easy. It's easy to just start creating the life that you would like to live. But it's just taking that effort. It's just a little bit of effort, and that progressing forward. We have to like move our bodies to progress ourselves into, it's not just wishing, we have to actually move our bodies into getting what we'd like. And it's not like usurping, it's just gently going into what belongs in your category, in your life, already your skill set, your talents, your area of expertise or of learning. So it's like we saw Jason. Jason was behind the scenes as a great producer, absolutely fantastic producer, but he needed to kind of come out and have some fun. So he became the tarot master. Oh, tarot master. Yes, the wizard.
Yeah. And,
And
that's,
he had so much fun.
it has been an incredible amount of fun. Yeah. As far as, and it's once one gets kind of out of their own way, because I had to get out of my own way as far as like, it's like to engage with others and all that is something that it's like you allow yourself to be present with others. And it's like, I think that, I think within our own family, because we're all really great listeners, and being able to help someone kind of understand their situation. And I feel that that's a natural talent, and it's something that absolutely one can work on and refine within themselves. And I think that that's a lot of what I do is like, listening to people and helping them to shape their direction so that it works for them, so that they don't fight their own natural gifts, that their own, where their spark is wanting to take them. And that can be a lifelong journey, right? It's like when you have like a spark or a fire within you, it's not something that just has to be expressed, all at once. It can be, something that helps someone to, that becomes their life path, and it can, bring them into different situations, different vocations even. But it can be a central part of who it is that they are.
Yeah.
And I think that that's, you know, whether I was like producing or whatever, it's like it was having a central core to me, where it's like looking to be helpful in the world, looking to be a positive force for people to come to an understanding of themselves. And that
And I don't
is
think that has to be on a large degree for many people. I think that it was you were already serving a mass group, so it just served you to, you know, come out behind the curtain there and show your face and show your talents. I mean, you
right.
always were very well.
And it's like, yeah, it's like, you know, it's like not everyone is wired to carry the responsibility of, you know, large groups of people. It can be a family, it can be, you know, themselves, a community, it can be, you know, whatever it
Pets,
is that one is, you know, acclimated
the
for.
coworker. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And where that's, you know, essentially, you know, that world that they create and they are engaged in. But it is important to be engaged, you know, with your life, to be connected to your life, and
Mhm.
and to feel like you're making a difference, however big or small.
Mhm. Yeah. So the new moon is on Saturday, and it is at 10 degrees Taurus. So that means that and it's a partial eclipse. So lunar eclipses are very important, as far as you have to put in what you'd like to let go of. So there's something that if you don't want to hold on to anymore, and it can be like a phobia or an addiction or an upset, you know, go ahead and, you know, you put it out there, because this one is about you going forward in making a secure life for yourself. So that's the meditation on Saturday.
When
Yeah.
you say the
And
meditation, that's for someone to meditate on when they are,
meditate. Yeah, you meditate. Yeah, you meditate what you're going to let go of,
when is
so
the
that
best
it
time?
brings you into greater stability. It doesn't matter on the time, because the new moon is all day. So, and all night, and it happens for a couple days actually. So you can
When is
just take
the eclipse though?
half an hour into it. The eclipse is I don't know. I'll have to look up the time. I can look up the time on that.
But it's on Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah. So you can probably see it Saturday night.
Saturday
I'm
night.
not sure if we probably see the partial eclipse here in America. Yeah, I haven't looked it up, but yeah, I always watch it on Slew. If not,
So you'll watch like the digital version of the full eclipse, right?
well, if you can't see it, yeah, see it. A lot of solar eclipses now. Solar eclipses are gifts. That means something's coming to you. So what you can choose, like, ooh, what is going to be, and then you look at the aspects of it. What's the aspects of something that's coming?
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So, and you know, we're very we don't look into what our opportunities or our gifts are around that time, unless you're clued in to, like, oh, let me just kind of see what's going to be coming in that time. Yeah. So usually it's very interesting. But yeah, I don't really like eclipses going out unless you like meditate on it and let me choose what's going out. No, you choose, you know, the universe.
Well,
chooses.
sometimes you're clearing space, you know, by letting go of something, you're clearing space so that
Sure.
you can bring, you know, something new in. And it's like, you know, with this idea of Beltane being a celebration of the coming year and bringing in fertility and all, it's like,
And
you know,
that's what the next day. So yeah.
yeah. And
So it's a
what's,
big weekend.
you know,
It's a big weekend.
the idea of fertility is that you have, you're bringing, you know, growth, new potential, you're activating that. And so you need space, you know, it's like my wife is building gardens and stuff like that. It's like you need land, you need empty land to be able to plant seeds in and able to
Mhm.
to grow something. And so you clear that
She's
space within
planting this
yourself.
weekend. She's planting this weekend.
She's always planting.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably our planting season because I've been, yeah, waiting. So, yeah, I'm gonna plant this week, and I think it's kind of late. Yeah, it's like,
Well, it depends on what it is. It depends on what the crop is, you know. It's like you don't want to be you know, doing pumpkins and squash and all that necessarily right now. That's a little bit later, you know. But
oh, I don't know. No,
other
I think it's
vegetables.
early. No, it's early. Pumpkins. Should do pumpkins now, especially the big ones.
Hmm.
We grow the real big
Not
ones.
according to my wife.
Oh,
Not
okay. Yeah.
yet. Not
Okay, and
yet.
she's probably she's really good. Yeah, I'll have to
He
ask her.
has a green thumb. So I do
She does.
not.
She does. She does. I love her green thumb. It's very fun.
Yeah, this is like really amazing. She's been cultivating butterflies, you know, the last few months, and so I've been being able to release all of these butterflies into the world.
That's
It's like
beautiful.
really
Yeah.
beautiful. And you know, that keeps like my own spark going, you know, to again, it's like whether one is releasing butterflies or ideas or, you know, creating space for people to congregate and, you know, to nurture their own spark. You know, this is like it's positive, and you know, at the end of the day, one can say, you know, I make a difference in the world, you know, to the energies of the world. It's like I make a difference, and one can feel that you know, there's nothing that isn't being fulfilled within them.
Right. It's just a simple joy like that. I mean, you know, it's a lot of hard work probably to cultivate butterflies, but what a beautiful, you know, the birth of a butterfly must be, you know, it's just so joyful.
It's always like a spectacular thing to see, and it's like today there's like a swallowtail that is like swallowtails are like they have like the teardrop wings.
Um,
You know, they're very psychedelic. You know, I think like these a lot of iconic images have been like the swallowtail because they're so interesting looking and so delicate.
so
You know,
yeah, none of that.
so delicate. You know,
Mhm.
and very beautiful. And so that one will get to go out into the world today.
Yeah, beautiful. So what did you guys name it?
I don't think it has a name yet. Any suggestions?
I think it's pretty, I liked iconic because you said it was an iconic time. Yeah. It's
Iconic,
beautiful. Yeah.
to call this one iconic.
That was the first thing that came to me. But yeah,
I'll write it down.
maybe another butterfly, if not this one. You can take a picture of it for me. Yes.
Oh yeah, we'll take a picture.
Anyway, yeah, in memory of Bella, give me a butterfly. My
Will do.
horse that crossed over. Yeah, everybody knows my horse crossed over one of them. So yeah, good memory. She's a butterfly now. She's racing in the heavens, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, and finding lots of green grass. Yeah, she is a great horse.
Yeah.
Bella
So
pony from, you know, she was great.
upcoming, as far as, you know, your own spark, you know,
My own spark.
yeah, nurturing your own spark.
Well, for me, you know, I'm kind of I'm work driven. So it's always something on my career, in my career. So There's lots of things coming up. I like the opportunities that always come up. I find them fascinating and love them. But I'm not going to say anything until they're here, Good. But there's always some things happening around me that I really like. I think they're fabulous.
Yeah, I mean, that's
So
an important thing too. Is like, one doesn't always have to just, state it, if it's still, kind of coming together.
it's cooking. It's cooking.
Yeah, it's percolating. It's like a baby, right? That's in a belly for 9 months. It's not like, well, let's see your baby. Let's go in there
Well,
and see
that's
it.
all
It's like,
creativity. Yeah, that's all creativity. That's all any sort of project,
mhm.
even if it's a cleaning project. I've been doing plenty of that too. Spring cleaning. It's like, come on, redecorating, redoing things. Fun.
Yeah, changing up some of the energy there, making sure that there's enough space to bring in new projects. Yeah.
So yeah, and my book's almost done. I mean, I'm that much there. So I just have to finish it up.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's so great.
Send it to my agent. Yeah.
It's like when you're there's having like created for other authors and myself, a lot of books. It's like there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it when it's done, So this is my new book, the Wizard's Tarot Journal, and it's filled with a lot of space for people to journal their 3-card readings.
Mhm.
And I teach like the 3-card reading style, and it's a very well balanced reading system. And so I thought, well, why not create a workbook too? And I dove in and did it.
Very good.
And so it's available on Amazon, the Wizard's Tarot Journal. And it's there's some explanation too. It's not just these pages for you to fill in. I talk about the 3-card read, what makes it so powerful.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Yeah, no, it's fun. And Jason's classes are great. So I'm so glad that, you're doing them all the time.
Yeah, there's always like the little, bits of wisdom, these areas of synchronicity that come up all the time. And it's just like the inclination to be surprised. It's like, wow, how did that happen? But then it's like, it happens because, one is in the flow of their own question, of their own life. And that's when one sees that in the tarot, it's like there's no turning back from it. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Should have blown my mind a long time ago, but it's now it's like it's not that it's just expected, but one trusts the process.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. No, I love it. I love that you're doing the classes. Yeah. And maybe I'll do some classes upcoming, but yeah, I'm trying to definitely, finish up projects and starting on a few other projects, big projects that I need to kind of deal with.
Yeah. It's good to, finish up your book, to, get some other things handled, and then, take on the new. But, it's would you recommend, at this time at Beltane and all where
Oh,
one,
yes. Well, I'll put out the article out on all my social media. And so TaraSutphen.blog, lifeforceactivation.com, TaraInsight.com, my blogs. I'll put them all out. Facebook, Instagram, so you can find it. Twitter. Yeah, LinkedIn. All of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's okay, at any time to, if you recognize inspiration or direction, to look at it. It can be just a seed, it can be just a little kernel of a direction. It doesn't mean that it's the exact time to really go in and totally go for it. But if you can write it down, if it's something that you can express within words, you can make a note of it, right? And just kind of keep it as a known thing. And then sometimes, it's like, because timing is a thing, there can be, a person or an opportunity that shows up that's like, now is the time to look to activate this, and not get like, too wound up inside yourself, too unfocused, or where it's like there's so many fires burning that you're juggling and all that. It's like you're not getting anything done. It's like, there can be these logical, like, directions to finish up this project, and then, like, go for that one, then go for this one. But if you have an idea of something, you can make a note of it, so you don't lose it, because it can be like a dream sometimes where it's like you're in it and then it's like, where'd it go? It's gone.
Well, yeah, to even keep track of your dreams is really a wonderful thing.
Mhm.
Keeping track of your dreams is very beautiful.
They have
Yeah,
clues.
even if they're fairy dreams. Yeah. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What's your subconscious mind telling you? Because it's nice to keep track of what you're doing.
Mhm.
And sometimes that tells you a lot as well. Like what you're looking for, why are you looking for it? What are you scared of? Are you fearful of things?
That's a whole other show, huh?
Yeah, what game are you playing? Yeah, we should probably do it in the next few weeks. Yeah, dream therapy.
So where can people find you, Tara?
TaraInsight.com, TaraInsight.com. And how about you, Jason?
My website. What was that?
Yeah, your website.
My website is Jason D. McKean, JasonDMcKean.com. And it has my chant albums and my tarot books and reading schedule, classes. Got a class coming up next weekend on self-publishing, and that I'll put that out there on Facebook, on Instagram. Those are mainly
Awesome.
my places, Facebook and Instagram. Where are you social media wise?
Well, I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I have 2 Facebook pages because in like 2008, I think I was completely up to my 5,000 limit. So I had 2 pages, and then I have Twitter, LinkedIn. I'm out there.
Great.
I'm out there.
Yeah, oh yeah, you're out there. Lots of love to you.
Okay, lots of love.